The following presentation is a work of fiction, for entertainment purposes only. Any similarities to real-life people and events are purely coincidental. This presentation contains messages and sounds that may be disturbing and/or frightening to some viewers. This presentation also contains valid emergency alert system tones. Misuse of these tones, such as playing them over radio or television waves, may trigger a real emergency alert system activation. The content creator will not be held responsible for any real emergency alert system activations as a result of misuse. Viewer discretion is advised. The following message is transmitted at the request of the New Orleans Police Department. There have been reports of, quote, horrific events that will be taking place on Halloween night. It began as a post on the social media app Snapchat that has since gone viral. This post is of unknown origin, and it is very vague in description, but will be taken very seriously. As a precaution, there will be an increased police presence within the city of New Orleans and across all of Orleans Parish for Halloween night. Residents are encouraged to go about their regular plans tomorrow, as there is currently no credible threat. As always, if you see anything suspicious, call 911 immediately. The following message is transmitted at the request of the New Orleans Police Department. There have been an unusually high number of missing persons reports filed with the police department within the past few hours. A full list of the people confirmed missing can be found at www.nola.gov/government/NOPD. There are no leads on suspects, and there is no trace left behind by the people missing. If you come across any of the missing persons, call 911 immediately. Do not attempt to apprehend them yourself, as it is unknown why these persons are missing, or who is responsible for them being missing. Therefore it must be assumed that they are in a dangerous situation. Again, if you see a person who is confirmed missing, dial 911 and do not approach them. The following message is transmitted at the request of the New Orleans Police Department. There have been reports of people receiving disturbing posts on their phone via the social media app Snapchat by an unknown sender. These messages include popular landmarks around the city, with blood splattered all over them, and shrouded in smoke or mist. It is unclear what, if anything, these posts mean, but multiple people have received these posts without knowing who sent them, and a few people have reacted violently to these images by convulsing, lashing out, and fainting as a result. As a precaution, if you have not done so already, you are advised to block the sender if possible, and report any further posts to police. To protect yourself further, you should delete your Snapchat app from your device, as it seems that the images shown may have an effect on your brain that may cause you to react in a violent manner. Please stand by for a message from Mayor Landrieu.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Mayor Mitch Landrieu.
Thank you, New Orleans. I wish I had better news to report tonight, as it appears we have more questions than answers at this time. But I will not lie to you. The situation that we face tonight is troubling, to say the very least. Rest assured that we are aware of everything that is concerning you tonight, as we are just as concerned about it, if not more concerned about it. Police are working tirelessly to make as much sense of this as possible. First and foremost, the missing people. As of 9 o'clock this evening, there are 31 people confirmed missing. They range in age from 13 to 26. They do not appear to be linked in any sort of way, but we cannot merely say it is a coincidence that they all went missing in such a short period of time. Nevertheless, we are thinking about these young folks, and about their loved ones, and we pray for their safe return. Next, I would like to talk about the Snapchat posts. We understand that many citizens received some disturbing posts, all of which from the same untraceable sender. Tonight we can confirm that Snapchat has reached out to us, saying that it appears to be a glitch in the system developed by an internal source. The people over at Snapchat are monitoring activity on their end, and an investigation is ongoing to determine the cause of these posts, and we will release the information to the public as soon as it becomes available to us. We are also conducting an investigation into the locations depicted in the posts, and why it caused such a violent reaction among a select few who received it. The condition of those who were affected by these posts is unknown at this time. Which brings me to my final point, tomorrow. Normally, under these circumstances, I would recommend citizens to stay indoors, stay out of trouble to minimize the chance of any more missing people, but I have full trust in the New Orleans Police Department. Tomorrow is Halloween. There will be both uniformed and plain-clothed, undercover officers patrolling the city. I encourage you to use your best judgment. If you feel it is best to stay home by all means. If you feel safe going out with increased police presence, I assure you, you are safe. You will be safe. Enjoy yourselves, have fun, be safe, and have a happy Halloween. Thank you very much. Good night, New Orleans.
That was a message from New Orleans Mayor Mitch Landrieu. This concludes operations under the emergency alert system. All broadcast stations and cable systems may now resume regular programming. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Office of the Governor of Louisiana. There have been a staggering amount of missing persons reports over the past 24 hours in Orleans Parish. It is currently unknown why there are so many people missing in such a short period of time, and police are working tirelessly to get to the bottom of this mysterious situation. Due to the circumstances, Governor John Bel Edwards has issued a mandatory curfew for all of Orleans Parish, beginning at 9 p.m. tonight, until 9 p.m. tomorrow night. As a result, all government and local buildings will be closed tomorrow, November 1st. At 8 p.m. local time, New Orleans Police, along with Louisiana State Police, will begin patrolling the streets of the city of New Orleans and surrounding suburbs. Residents are advised to go home immediately when ordered to do so, as it will be illegal to be out on the street after the curfew has begun, and anyone caught doing so will be arrested and charged with trespassing. The homeless and people unable to get home will be accommodated accordingly. The governor will be speaking on all stations tonight. A hotline will be established for residents to call if needed for any non-emergencies. All emergencies should be called into 911. Once again, there is a mandatory curfew tonight for all residents of Orleans Parish that goes into effect at 9 p.m. tonight. No residents will be permitted outside after the curfew has begun, and anyone caught doing so will be arrested. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Louisiana State Police Department. This is not a test. There have been multiple reports of grotesque-looking humanoid creatures roaming around the city of New Orleans. These creatures, although horrifying to look at, bear a striking resemblance to the individuals who have gone missing. They have the ability to appear and disappear in an instant. At this time, citizens in New Orleans are advised to shelter in place. To shelter in place, go to the lowest part of a building, such as a basement or downstairs closet, and lock all doors and windows. Barricade the doors and windows with large heavy objects. Put as much space between you and the outside as possible. Ensure you have food, water, and a battery-powered radio for your stay in the shelter. Do not exit your shelter until the all clear is given by police. Take shelter now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand by for a message from Governor John Bel Edwards.
Good evening. I come to you tonight with the heaviest of hearts. We have confirmed the deaths of the missing people from the New Orleans area, and several others attacked by an unknown paranormal entity. They themselves are now paranormal entities. They enter through your eyes and literally rip your soul out of your body, and turn it into one of them, something like a zombie, only much more evil and evasive. It is something that is unfortunately out of my control, and out of the control of law enforcement. I take full responsibility for the lives lost in Louisiana. I take full responsibility for being unable to protect the citizens of New Orleans, and all of Louisiana. Therefore, effective immediately, I am resigning as governor. I have failed the public. I apologize for all the damage done. But believe me when I tell you, it is hopeless. You are all doomed. They are here. They are coming for you. And they will get you. If you can hear my voice, you are as good as dead. Just give up and join us.
Join us.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Atlantic Paranormal Society, along with Louisiana State Police. Governor John Bel Edwards is dead. He committed suicide on television during his address to the state. At this time, Louisiana State Police have called in the Atlantic Paranormal Society to aid in the situation. They have determined that there is indeed an evil, supernatural entity in the city of New Orleans. This entity has the power to reach out to unsuspecting people in any way possible, such as social media. It will then possess you, and summon you to the Singing Oak Tree in New Orleans City Park, where it will dispose of your physical body, and transform your spirit into an evil entity of comparable power to the original. These other entities retain most of their features, except for their face, which has been grotesquely deformed. Eye contact with the entity will paralyze you and send your body into shock, which will give the entity the opportunity to steal your soul, and transform you into one of them. More reports have come in about these entities spreading north through Washington Parish, Louisiana, and into Mississippi, Arkansas, Tennessee, and Alabama, and attacking residents in the same way that people were attacked in New Orleans. Residents in affected areas are advised to evacuate immediately, and to shield their eyes at all costs. Close your eyes for as long as possible, until you receive a pair of one-way blacked-out safety goggles by the military. President Donald Trump has been briefed on the situation, and has deployed military forces to the affected areas to aid local law enforcement in evacuating residents. Stay in your shelter until ordered by a civil or military authority to exit your shelter. If you do not evacuate, you are facing something far worse than certain death. Stay tuned to this station for more information as it becomes available. Civil danger for the southeastern United States. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Department of Homeland Security. This is not a test. The situation that originated in New Orleans has escalated at an astounding pace. There have been reports of demonic attacks from Miami, all the way up to Raleigh. Attempts to stop this paranormal event have all failed, including trying to destroy the Singing Oak Tree in New Orleans City Park. It appears that there is a dark force surrounding the entire park, rendering it indestructible. It is also confirmed that high amounts of radioactive materials have been detected to be coming from within the tree itself. Military officials are attempting to evacuate all human residents, taking shelter in all affected areas. Shelters are no longer safe. I repeat, shelters are no longer safe. The entities can appear anywhere, even in shelters. Therefore, citizens in shelters are urged to take the following actions. Leave your shelter immediately. Close your eyes and do not open them for as long as you possibly can. Run towards an official military evacuation vehicle to evacuate it out of your affected area. Keep everyone in your group close, and do not attempt to search for anyone who has gone missing during this time. Stay tuned to this station for further updates on this dangerous situation. Evacuate now. We interrupt our programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. The radioactive singing oak tree in New Orleans City Park has exploded. The tree itself has been vaporized, and an enormous cloud of radioactive dust has been released into the atmosphere. All persons within a 100-mile radius of Orleans Parish are advised to seek a fallout shelter now. If no such shelter exists in your area, move to an interior room on the lowest level of a sturdy building and stay away from all windows and doors. Put as much space between you and the outside as possible. Ensure you have food and water to last at least 14 days, and a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio for your stay in your shelter. Do not leave your shelter until it is declared safe to do so. If you leave your shelter, you will be exposing yourself to radioactive fallout. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear explosions. Prolonged exposure to fallout will result in certain death. It is unknown if the demonic attack on the southeastern United States is overdue to this explosion. All persons in affected area should keep their military-grade one-way safety goggles on until it is declared safe to remove them. If you do not have a pair of safety goggles, close your eyes immediately. Leave them closed for as long as you possibly can. Stay tuned to this station for further updates. President Trump has been moved to an undisclosed secure location, and will be speaking on all stations shortly. Stand by for this message. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air to provide news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is WWL. We will continue to serve the New Orleans metropolitan area. If you are not in this local area, tune to stations providing news and information for your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the New Orleans metropolitan area. Do not use the telephone. Telephone lines should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated. All clear. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. The attack on humanity from a demonic entity is over. It appears that the singing oak tree in New Orleans City Park was its main source of energy, and the nuclear-like explosion of the tree banished it, along with all other entities it created out of the area, and all other affected areas. What caused that explosion remains unknown. However, President Trump has lifted martial law, and it is now safe to return home. Transportation will be arranged from your shelter. Your government thanks you for your cooperation during this emergency. Normal programming will resume after this unknown incoming message. Stand by for the following message. The following message is transmitted by God. I have stepped in and stopped an evil force from taking humanity, my creation. You do not know the danger you could have faced. Your prayers did not go unheard. I am the owner of the newly transformed spirits. They rest with me now, away from evil permanently. I will bring you comfort if you believe in me and my power. I will restore your life if you have even a tiny amount of faith. Come to me. I will never allow my creation to be corrupted by evil. Your time of suffering is over. I love you all, my children. For I am the Lord, your God. That was a message from an undisclosed source. This is an emergency action termination. You may now leave your shelter. Your government thanks you for your cooperation. This concludes operations under the emergency alert system. All broadcast stations and cable systems may now resume regular programming.